In October 2025, Ireland elected its 10th president, Catherine Connolly, in a landslide victory. But beneath the headlines, something unusual happened. More than 213,000 people spoiled their votes. That's one of the highest numbers of invalid ballots in Irish electoral history. And it raises a serious question: why would so many people show up just to reject the ballot? Connolly, a long-time independent TD from Galway, ran on a platform of neutrality, social justice and inclusion. With broad support from the left, she won with over 63% of the vote. Her background in advocacy for mental health, gender equality and international peace gave her a strong base among progressives. But critics argued the race felt like a formality, a one-woman contest. Many felt that real debate and real choice were missing. Other potential candidates either lacked the backing or dropped out early in the process. Some even claimed the political establishment consolidated around Connolly too quickly, leaving the public without real alternatives. And that's where the 213,000 come in. In Ireland, a spoiled vote happens when a ballot is intentionally left blank, filled incorrectly, or marked in protest. It's not an accident, it's a statement. According to the Electoral Commission, a spoiled vote is excluded from the final count, but it is still recorded. It tells a story about voter engagement, or in this case, frustration. Spoiled votes are often dismissed in the headlines, but in this election, they were impossible to ignore. For some, the spoiled vote was about Ireland's foreign policy. The Gaza conflict was front and center in the news, and many voters felt the government wasn't doing enough to condemn the violence. Others were disillusioned by what they saw as increasing political homogeneity, with major parties offering little ideological diversity. Then there's the issue of neutrality. Ireland has a long-standing policy of military neutrality, but recent discussions about EU defence initiatives and foreign involvement have left some citizens concerned that neutrality is under threat. For voters who cherish Ireland's independent stance on global conflicts, this election was an opportunity to make that fear visible. Social media played a huge role in spreading this silent protest. Hashtags like #SpoilForGaza and #BlankBallot circulated online. People were sharing pictures of their blank ballots or statements scrawled across them, things like "not in my name" or "no real choice." In a country where civic participation is high and where past generations fought hard for the right to vote, this wasn't apathy. It was deliberate. It was a public message through a private act. It's not the first time this has happened in Irish elections, but the scale fabags of it in 2025 was unprecedented. Even polling station staff commented on the number of ballots being discarded or marked in protest. Catherine Connolly now holds the highest ceremonial office in Ireland. As president, she doesn't make laws or lead the government, but she does represent the spirit and values of the country. And her win represents a moment of transformation, a shift in how Ireland sees itself. She's a strong voice for social equity, peace and inclusion. But the spoiled ballots remind us, not everyone feels seen, not everyone feels heard. As Ireland navigates its next chapter, with challenges like housing, climate change, immigration, and global conflict on the horizon, the conversation about representation and participation is only growing louder. Whether you supported Connolly, spoiled your ballot, or stayed home, this election tells us something important. Irish voters are paying attention, and many are demanding more. Subscribe for more stories that go beyond the headlines. This wasn't just an election, it was a reflection of frustration, of hope, and of a country still deciding what kind of future it wants.